Hi there, G Wood here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the most profitable time of the year for all retailers. That's including e-commerce and Amazon sellers just like us. This time is referred to as Q4, or the fourth quarter, the final quarter of the actual year. What can you do to prepare for this 3-month rush? Before I get into the meat of this video, I just wanted to remind everyone that I am currently offering coaching sessions via video chat. A few have asked if I would be offering this, so I decided to set it up. Use the link in the description, and then use the coupon code HALF, written out in all caps. The first two to use that code will get half off of their first call. The details will be written out there when you go to that link. Now on to our main topic. During Q4, many retailers make the bulk of their profits. For Amazon sellers like you and I, this also holds true. If you've been selling for more than a year already, you know how crazy things can get as we approach the end of the year. It feels like someone flips a switch on October 1st, and people start buying everything at a much faster rate than any other time of the year, and then it only speeds up as time progresses. As the holiday season approaches, you may think that people would only be spending extra money on things like toys or other things they would be giving as gifts. But the reality is that while they may be shopping to find those particular things, those gifts, they'll also be buying other things that they need since they're already shopping. It's kind of like when you go into the physical store for one thing and then come out with several more items because you were there. It was easy to buy them. So you will see an increase in sales across the board during this time. So what can you do to prepare for this? First, you need to have a plan. Be aware of the dates coming up and make sure that they don't sneak by you. It's easy as the year is going on to just be doing business as usual, and then all of a sudden it's fourth quarter. So it's good to have a calendar right in front of you with all of your dates specified and when you need to be preparing and doing certain things. For example, I have a calendar that I've also made available as a PDF for free with a few key dates that reminds me when I need to be preparing, when I need to have things in by, and when I need to switch from FBA to FBM. Now, because of the increased volume going into the Amazon warehouses, the amount of time required to check in FBA shipments is going to increase. So you'll need to allow more time when sending in shipments. But then at a certain point, it'll be just too late for a shipment to get in and be checked in to be a part of the fourth quarter rush. And then you may be stuck with some stale product if it doesn't get checked in time for what it's intended for. For example, if you're sending in products specific for Halloween, you don't want to get it checked in halfway through November because shoppers have already moved on to the next event. If the day you're selling for is approaching and you still have some items that you weren't able to get in to an FBA shipment in time, you can still get your sales by listing those things as FBM, or fulfilled by merchant, up to about 3 days before that date. Now make sure when you create the listing that your shipping template allows for customers to pay for expedited shipping, and if they buy it, you will then be quick to ship it to make sure that it gets to them in time. People will buy it if it shows that it can get there in time, and they will pay extra if necessary. But you need to make sure that you follow through if you're going to provide it. You want happy customers because that will make Amazon happy with you. If you want a copy of the sample calendar for the fourth quarter, I have it linked below. You can check it out. It's free to download. The second thing to do is make sure you have enough inventory. You do not want to run out of inventory when people are ready to buy. If you don't have it, they're going to buy it from someone else, and you're going to miss out. I usually increase my stock of everything by about 50%. This does mean bigger shipments and increased spending. But if you're ready for it, you're going to see your sales go wild. And this leads us to the third point. Make sure you have capital available. I recommend having a security fund or a separate fund set aside just for fourth quarter. Try to build up a side amount that will only be tapped into during this time when you need the extra capital for buying product. Throughout the year, it's good to set aside a little bit of your profits each month or each week to this fund, to this account, because you're going to see your spending go up significantly. But then Amazon, as you're making more sales, is still going to take 2 to 3 weeks to let you have your money from those sales. So during this rush, we just don't have time to wait for that payout. So having an option to have more funds available when the bar goes way up, it's key for this growth. Now, another option you could do is to use a service that gets you your funds faster. Another option that I like is Payability. This is a service that I use. Payability is very reliable, and when you understand how to make it work well for you, you can get your money fast so you can keep it rolling over daily. For me, I've found that it's especially useful for items that are fulfilled by me or fulfilled by merchant. When those items sell, I try to ship it same day. That's because as soon as you ship it, just a few moments after, you'll see Amazon places those funds into your balance, but they don't do it until you ship it. Even though Amazon's making you wait for it, that balance goes up when you ship it. Payability works off of that balance and then will give you access to 75% of the funds that have been added to the balance the following day. So if an item sells, you mark it shipped that day, you'll get the money, 75% of that money that's credited to you the following day. And then it's made available on a credit card so that you're able to immediately use it to buy more products. If you're interested in looking at that, use the link in the description. I'll have a little bit more of a write-up there for you to read about it. And if you use my link, they'll give you a sign-on bonus of $150 when you're approved. That can go a long way during this time period. So point number 3, make sure you have enough capital. Point number 4, don't ignore your replens. It's easy during fourth quarter to get overloaded just trying to keep up with all the toys and the popular gift items that are going crazy and to bring in quick and easy money. But remember, those are not going to continue. They're going to disappear just as fast as they showed up. But your regular replens are going to keep going and grow throughout fourth quarter and will keep going in January as the dust settles. So if you keep your replens stocked up, the normal ones that you do year-round, that'll prevent you from experiencing the January drop-off that many sellers experience after fourth quarter. Though it is nice to have a little bit of a lull once it's done after Christmas, that's the time you want to make sure that your replens are loaded up and ready for January as people revert back to a lighter spending and buying regular necessities. You will still likely see a drop-off in sales for January and February, but that will keep you from breaking and making you feel depressed when your sales drop to 0. So don't give up or don't ignore your replens during fourth quarter. Again, fourth quarter is fun, exciting, and a very crazy time for Amazon sellers. It can sneak up on you if you aren't ready for it. So be prepared so you can take advantage of this huge rush. If you need further help, feel free to schedule a one-on-one coaching call with me using the link in the description. And again, if you do so, try using the coupon code HALF in all caps and the first 2 people that do will get a 50% discount on their first call. If you found this information helpful, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel so you don't miss what comes out next. I'll see you next time.